this combo is completely insane, ladies and gentlemen. At best, we have a Seeker, Nightmare, Griffin, Constellar Pleiades, Cyber Dragon, Infinity, all those disruptions on our side of the field. And if you guys are too scared, don't want your opponent to rampage you, then go ahead and use that Infinity and make it even bigger. I think that Cyber Dragons have a bright future along for them. Cyber Dragon is easily one of the top decks in Duel Power because of one card, and I apologize if I'm saying its name wrong, but Cyber Dragon Noster adds another dynamic to the strategy. Not only does it allow the deck to extend plays, but it brings out monsters like Cyber Dragon Infinity from your graveyard to your side of the field for free, which can disrupt your opponent by snatching an opponent's monster or providing another negation. In this particular deck profile, I'm going to be showing you how powerful Cyber Dragon are in the April 2019 format. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, go ahead and that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. I know I did it even without the face cam. Also want to give a special thanks to every single one of my Patreons. Without you guys, videos like this would not even be possible. Also want to give a mad shout out to our newest Patreon, Clay. Make sure you add yourself to that Discord as well as message me or Jest so I can get you in the top dog so we can take advantage of all, or so you can take advantage of all your rewards. Without further ado, I present to you a competitive Cyber Dragon deck profile for the April 2019 format. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so starting off with the monsters, 3 copies of Cyber Dragon, the vanilla, the Big Daddy card inside of the deck. You need 3 copies of this card because the deck just wouldn't operate as successfully with less than 3. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Noster. This card is insane for the deck. Again, it allows you to extend your plays by getting other machine monsters to your side of the field with 2100 attack or defense, namely cards like Cyber Dragon Infinity, Cyber Dragon Seeker, Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, or even Cyber Dragon Nova to your side of the field, and can help you extend for so many link plays. The only bad part about Noster is that it limits you to machine monsters, but if it didn't, I strongly would feel that this deck would be easily a tier 1 deck. Right now I have it in the cusp of a tier 1.5/2-inch deck that can still top those high level events. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Core. This is probably the best Cyber Dragon monster that's not a Cyber Dragon because it searches you your spell cards and it allows you to special summon Cyber Dragon monsters from your deck to your side of the field. The best part about it is now that Noster is in the fray, you can banish Core to summon Noster, and Noster can get you a Cyber Dragon monster theoretically from your graveyard, or just any monster with 2100 attack and defense. Next is 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Hertz. This is the card that I actually wanted to drop the 2 to play more hand traps, but then you realize that its versatility cannot go unquestioned. Being able to recur that Cyber Dragon monster from your graveyard or your hand really puts you in a tight situation where you can just get free resources for summoning your Chimera Tech Rampage. Next is 1 copy of Cyber Dragon, I was gonna call it Vi. Cyber Dragon Fear. This guy can be special summoned to your side of the field when you normal summon a Cyber Dragon monster, and seeing that we control, or we have so many Cyber Dragon monsters in our deck, it's gonna be pretty easy to summon himself to the side of the field. The only drawback is that he gives your monsters 500 attack and defense, which if you're trying to make a machine duplication play, he kind of puts you out of that range. Thank you guys for pointing that out in our live duel. Next is 3 copies of Galaxy Soldier. This is basically an honorary Cyber Dragon, allowing him to summon himself to the side of the field by pitching a light monster. It's just basically an extender so you can get into your rank 5 plays. 1 copy of Jizukiru, the Star Destroying Kaiju. This is preferred over any other Kaiju because it's searchable in this deck. And then for the hand traps, we run 3 copies of Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is the best hand trap of the format in my opinion. In the Sky Striker matchup, it can hit Gagari. In the Salomon Great matchup, it hits Sunlight Wolf. In the Thunder Dragon matchup, it hits Saryuja. It hits so many great cards. It can even hit Summon Sorcerers, and you can activate multiple copies in one turn. I definitely prefer Effect Veiler over Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. We run 2 copies of Fanatical Dragon Phantasmi. This card is insane, but of course we always have those budget options. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring was a card that I was playing instead of the Phantasmi inside of the live duel. So other cards like DD Crow or Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit are really good for hindering your opponent inside of this format. You don't necessarily need Fanatical, but Fanatical does provide a 2400 attack monster that prevents your opponent from targeting you, which is amazing in the Sky Striker matchup when you want to pop off. Next is 2 copies of Dino Wrestler Pankotrops, and this is a card I definitely would never cut from the Cyber Dragon build because it's just so powerful in here. Having access to a monster that can destroy your opponent's spells and traps on the drop of a dime, or just get rid of that problematic threat. It's so versatile and worth it inside of this deck. This card was actually Twin Twisters before I realized the only deck that actually plays hand traps that is tier 1 in this format is Sky Strikers, or not hand traps, but basically sets cards face down as Sky Strikers. Good Solomon Great players, they probably play 2 to 3 traps right about now. So Pranker Traps definitely came in for those Twin Twisters, but if you experience a back row epidemic, then you might want to consider those Twin Twisters over the Pranker Traps or the Fanatical Dragon Phantasmi. That is it for the monsters. I think it checks out at about 24 for these spells. We run 3 copies of Cyber Dragon or Cyber Emergency. Best card of the deck is the reinforcement of your army of your deck. And then the thing about it is that if your opponent negates it, I don't know if a lot of people understand this, but if this card's activation is negated, you can discard a card, add it to your hand, and since this card can only be activated once per turn and the activation was negated, you can use it again to search a card from your deck to your hand. Next, we're going to run 3 copies of Machine Duplication. We run 9 targets for Machine Duplication in Hertz, Noster, and Core. Being able to take advantage of this card, even if they do affect Valor, any of your Cyber Dragon monsters to prevent you from special summoning Cyber Dragon itself, still get you free monsters to your side of the field. I would actually just run more than 3 copies if we were allowed to play more than 3 copies. 3 copies of Call by the Grave. Not only is it great against Solomon Greats, it stops hand traps. And then I think this is the correct way to play fusions. We play 2 copies of Overload Fusion, 1 copy of Cyberload Fusion. I feel that this deck has evolved past running, like you have to run at least 2 copies of Overload Fusion. I feel like this is the perfect number because not only can this set up some plays for you, it can also just put you in a position to OTK your opponent. Cyberload Fusion is another one of those mandatory cards because it shuffles those banished cards back into your deck, giving you more resources and can allow you to push for OTK situations. 1 copy of Cyber Repair Plant. I thought that this card was perfect at 1. I didn't necessarily want to open it in my hand, but still it's a pretty good card. The restriction of having a Cyber Dragon monster in your graveyard does come up if you open it, but it can be mitigated and it can be searched. So 1 of was a pretty solid number. 1 copy of Cyber Rev System or Searchable Monster Reborn, and be wise when you summon activate this card because that card can't be destroyed by battle either or by card effects either. So yeah, it actually can come up. 1 for 1 in Monster Reborn or just standard staples. You could cut the Monster Reborn for another Rev System if you prefer to have a Surgible Monster Reborn, and if you just don't mind sacrificing being able to reborn anything. Next is Cybernetic Overflow. I think that this is a great card for the deck. I don't necessarily choose to go first or second. Like, I don't blind go second inside of this deck, so running cards like Evenly Matched wasn't necessarily good, but running cards like Cybernetic Overflow in case I don't win the dice roll and I have to go first, or I don't win the dice roll, or I win the dice roll and decide to go first, is amazing. And not only that, it works so well with your Cyberload Fusion. Being able to banish those Cyber Dragon monsters, then shuffle them to your deck to summon another monster to your side of the field is so much disruption and being able to play on your opponent's turn. Lastly is a card that I think is mandatory to every Cyber Dragon deck. I'll be able to explain this in the combo tutorial. This card is spicy as you know it. That is it for the spells and traps. For the extra deck, we run 2 copies of Cyber Dragon Infinity. This is pretty standard. I wouldn't run more than 2. I think that that's an overkill, and I wouldn't run less than 2. That's definitely not enough. 2 copies of Cyber Dragon Nova. There were so many times where I wanted to cut Nova down to 1, and my reasoning behind it is that, oh, Noster can just summon the Nova, and then I can just summon the Infinity on top of the Nova. As long as I'm detaching for the Nova, it's fine, but Nova actually does have a really good effect in being able to special summon a Cyber Dragon monster to your side of the field for free, and I couldn't ignore that effect. 1 copy of Constellar Pleiades. I do think you do need to run another level 5 monster or another Exceed 5 monster in your extra deck, and Pleiades is the best one available. For the links, 1 copy of Nightmare Griffin for the Griffin lock. I'll show you in the combo tutorial. Summon Sorceress, extremely good card. I'll show you in the combo tutorials how powerful it is. Only 1 Seeger. I apologize if I'm not saying this card's name right, but you all, as much as I want to play 2, it doesn't ever feel like you need to because you can revive it, and its link arrows are just perfect for the strategy. 1 copy of Cleafort Genius. This is in place of the other Seeger, and it does come up in a couple of combos. 1 copy of Link Karibo. This is a card that I really wish that I played inside of our live duel, it's just amazing. We run quite a few level 1s, and being able to put this card to your side of the field at the end of some of your combo sequences kind of deadens your opponent from attacking you and puts you in situations where you can just win. For the extra, or for the fusion monsters, we are 1 Mega Fleet and 1 Fortress. I want to highlight these cards together because I've noticed a lot of players play 2 Mega Fleet, but in the format where monsters in the extra monster zone don't matter, I mean, against the Salomon Greats, I guess me not running 2 Mega Fleet could come up a little bit, but more often than not, I only need 1 Mega Fleet to OTK them anyways or get off with my combos. And then against the Sky Striker matchup, you already run 2 Mega Fleet because these the Sky Striker Link monsters are machines, so you can use it for Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. It kind of doesn't really pop up too much. I'd rather have that room for something else. 1 copy of Cyber Twin Dragon. This is to summon with your Overload or Cyberload Fusion, and normally you're summoning this card, you're going for game. And then 2 copies of Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. This is probably the accepted number of Chimera Techs you should run inside of your extra deck, but a lot of times I notice that people don't use it correctly, if you ask me. One should be used for setting up your board, and the other one should be used for OTKing your opponent. I'll show you in the combo tutorial that we're going to show you guys, actually right after I have one more thing to say. For the side deck, I would be running Artifact Lancias, Inspector Borders, Twin Twisters. I'll just have it all on the side. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this profile and a new style of deck profiles that we're doing. Now I can show you guys these combo tutorials. So for our very first combo, I am going to be showing you guys why I run Cyber Network, why I run cards like multiple copies of Overload Fusion and Cyber Dragon Fear. This combo is completely insane. It's so fun to do, and more often than not, you're going to win the game if you perform this combo. Also, what I like about this deck is that those cards that I included inside of the deck can be used in their own dynamic to improve the deck, even if you don't open this combo. But we're gonna go ahead and start off by normal summoning our Cyber Dragon core to add Cyber Network from our decks to our hand. Then we're going to go ahead and follow up by using Machine Duplication to special summon 2 Cyber Dragons to our side of the field, seeing that Cyber Dragon core is Cyber Dragon while on the field. We're going to go ahead and use both of those Cyber Dragons for a Link Summon into our Cyber Dragon Seeker. Now it's important that our Cyber Dragon Seeker is in the leftmost zone, and I'll explain it a little later. Before we go into our Overload Fusion play, it's important that we set the Cyber Dragon or the Cyber Network and then activate our Overload Fusion, banishing both Cyber Dragons to special summon Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon to where Seeker points to. Now go ahead and trigger the effect of Cyber Dragon Rampage to destroy spells and trap cards on the field, and we're going to destroy our own Cyber Network, triggering its effect to special summon those Cyber Dragon boys back to our side of the field. From there, we get to do some really cool things using both the Cyber Dragon core and, oh, not right now, I'm sorry, using the Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon's effect, almost forgot, sending Cyber Dragon Hurts and Cyber Dragon Fear from our decks to our graveyard. Trigger the effect of your Cyber Dragon Hurts to add that Fear back to your hand, and then you use your Cyber Dragon and your Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, not the one where Summon Sorceress would point to, but yeah, just that one. Using both of those monsters for an Exceed summon into your Cyber Dragon Nova. Use both your Cyber Dragon Seeker and your core for another Link summon. Go ahead and make your Summon Sorceress on top of that. Summon Sorceress targeting the Cyber Dragon can special summon Galaxy Soldier to your side of the field, and you're pretty much set up for the combo. Use the Cyber Dragon Nova, detaching the Cyber Dragon to special summon the Cyber Dragon Seeker to your side of the field, and then trigger the effect of Cyber Dragon Fear to special summon itself to your side of the field. From here, the Cyber Dragon Fear and the Summon Sorcerers will be used for a Link summon into your Nightmare Griffin. And here is the crazy thing about Nightmare Griffin. You can trigger the effect of Nightmare Griffin to pitch cards like Called by the Grave from your hand to the graveyard to set it to your side of the field and then draw 1 card. In this particular sequence, we're just going to say we pitched a Called by the Grave to Drew an Effect Veiler, which gives us even more ways to disrupt our opponent. We're going to use the Galaxy Soldier and the Cyber Dragon for an Exceed summon into our Constellar Pleiades, and then finishing up by using the Nova into an Exceed summon for the Cyber Dragon Infinity. If you were scared that your opponent has a Chimera Tech in their side of their extra deck, you can use the Cyber Dragon Infinity to absorb the Cyber Dragon Seeker, and if you have another follow-up play, such as maybe, I don't know, Cyber Dragon Noster, you can go ahead and use Noster's effect, pitching a monster from your hand to your side of the field, summoning it to your side of the field where Nightmare Griffin points to, which will essentially summon Cyber Dragon, so you can make another Nova if you wanted to. Couldn't really do anything other than that. But this combo is completely insane, ladies and gentlemen. At best, we have a Seeker, Nightmare Griffin, Constellar Pleiades, Cyber Dragon Infinity, all those disruptions on our side of the field. And if you guys are too scared, don't want your opponent to rampage you, then go ahead and use that Infinity and make it even bigger. I think that Cyber Dragons have a bright future along for them. The next combo I want to show you guys is very basic, very simple, probably just to bring us down from that insane combo that I just showed you. It's Cyber Dragon Core and Machine Duplication. Normal summon your Cyber Dragon Core to your side of the field and use Core's effect to add from your deck to your hand a Cyber Rev system. Then you're going to go ahead and follow up by Machine Duplication your Cyber Dragon Core to special summon 2 more Cyber Dragons to your side of the field. Use both Cyber Dragon Core and Cyber Dragon for a link summon into your Cyber Dragon Seeker. From there, you can activate your Cyber Rev system to spell summon your Cyber Dragon, and then these 2 monsters for an Exceed summon right into your Cyber Dragon Nova, detaching 1 material to bring back your Cyber Dragon. Yes, you can, because you have a Cyber Dragon monster in your graveyard for the initial target, and then following up with your Cyber Dragon Infinity. This combo isn't necessarily the best combo because if you did have another extender, you'd be able to make a bigger board. But with 2 cards, you actually get a pretty decent board inside of a Cyber Dragon Seeker, Cyber Dragon Infinity, and Cyber Dragon to your side of the field. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the last 2 combos are going to be very similar. They have a similar beginning sequence, but depending on what you're going against, you can have a different outcome. Whether it's the 2 disruptions that I'm going to show you or the Nightmare Griffin combo I'm going to show you, this can also be done with other cards. As long as you have extenders, you can pretty much play the exact same thing. In this particular sequence, we're just going to use Hertz, Core, and Machine Duplication, normal summoning our Cyber Dragon Core to add from our decks to our hand that Cyber Repair Plant. Next, we're going to follow up with Machine Duplication to special summon 2 more copies of Cyber Dragon from our decks to our side of the field. Using both the Cyber Dragon and the Cyber Dragon Core, we're going to make a link summon that you guys would not expect. We are not going to summon Cyber Dragon Seeker. We're actually going to go ahead and special summon that Cleafort Genius to our side of the field. Now that we have a Cyber Dragon monster in our graveyard, we can use that Cyber Repair Plant to add Galaxy Soldier from our decks to our hand. We can then go ahead and activate the effect of our Galaxy Soldier, pitching the Cyber Dragon Hertz to special summon the Galaxy Soldier to our side of the field, triggering the effect of Hertz to add a Cyber Dragon from our decks or graveyard to our hand. I'm going to go ahead and add Core. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the Galaxy Soldier from my deck to my hand because of Galaxy Soldier. Next, I'm going to use Soldier's effect again, discarding the Core to special summon Galaxy Soldier, and then these 2 monsters for an Exceed summon into Cyber Dragon Nova. Nova detaching a Galaxy Soldier to special summon that Cyber Dragon back to my side of the field, and then those 2 monsters are going to be used for Constellar Pleiades, and the Cyber Dragon Infinity is going to follow. That was really easy. In 3 simple cards, we got 2 disruptions and a Cleafort Genius, which could be a pseudo 3rd disruption, depending on what matchup you're going against. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for the last combo, I'm so mean with it. I'm gonna take that exact same combo and do a whole nother scheme with it. It's gonna require Cyber Dragon Core, Machine Duplication, and the Cyber Dragon Hertz, just like the original combo. What you are gonna do is normal summon your Cyber Dragon Core and use its effect to add Cyber Repair Plant from your decks to your hand. Activate that Machine Duplication, turning it into 2 more Cyber Dragons, and now you are going to use Cyber Dragon and Cyber Dragon Core for a link summon. I actually think you need to have a Cyber Dragon pointing to where Summon Sorceress points to. So instead of making the Cleafort Genius, we're going to go ahead and make the Cyber Dragon Seeker, and then we're going to use the Repair Plant to add Galaxy Soldier from our decks to our hand. Using Galaxy Soldier's effect, we're going to pitch the Cyber Dragon Hertz to special summon itself to our side of the field. I guess it didn't matter, as long as you made somewhere where one of them Summon Sorceress points to. And then we're going to use Hertz effect and Galaxy Soldier's effect to add another Galaxy Soldier from our deck to our hand and a Cyber Dragon from our graveyard to our hand in Cyber Dragon Core. Using Galaxy Soldier and Seeker, it doesn't really matter. We're going to make a link summon into our Summon Sorceress, and now Summon Sorceress targeting Cyber Dragon is going to special summon a Galaxy Soldier back to our side of the field. Oh, not from our hand, not from our hand, from our deck. What are we doing? Galaxy Soldier and Cyber Dragon are going to be used for an Exceed summon. This actually has to go into the furthest zone that Summon Sorceress points to. And now we're going to use Cyber Dragon Nova, detaching a Cyber Dragon to special summon that Cyber Dragon Seeker back to our side of the field. Here's where things get interesting. We're going to use our last Galaxy Soldier, pitching the Cyber Dragon Core to special summon itself to the side of the field, and now Summon Sorceress and Galaxy Soldier will be used for a link summon into our Nightmare Griffin. The exact same way goes for you guys. If you guys have a card in your hand, like, I don't know, Called by the Grave, go ahead and pitch it to the graveyard to set the Called by the Grave or whatever you want, like Cyber Repair Path or Machine Duplication to your side of the field to draw a card. And then we're going to end our sequence by using the Cyber Dragon Nova for a link summon into our Cyber Dragon Infinity. And that is how you guys get a Cyber Dragon Seeker, Nightmare Griffin, and Cyber Dragon Infinity with only 3 cards. Is it as optimal as the first combo? No, but Cyber Dragon has so many ways to make plays. I'm actually going to be including a test hand series on my Patreon, so for all the people that support, thank you very much. I'm going to be giving that to you guys as a special thanks. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and if you didn't, let us know in the comment section what we could do to be better. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.